So here we go into our match. Panino, he's going down to the bottom lane. He's playing up that Phantom Assassin. Doesn't really have too many items on her. I can't really tell which ones he has or doesn't, but that looks like a pretty normal set. Hasn't put too much money into the game, and I think that could definitely be his downfall in the near future as we make our way into the lanes. Now, one here that you don't want cosmetics on is the Slardar, because if you do have those cosmetics on him, he got that remodel which took the lure off of his forehead, which was, I think, actually a characteristic of the female of that species. So if you have the sets on, what ends up happening is you keep that lure. So by having sets on the Slardar, you turn that fish from a male into a female. And I like that we have some of those transgender action type things in the game of Dota 2, but you don't want to be like putting out those mixed messages, you know? Because you don't want to tell people that you're tranny and then not actually be a trans, you know? Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but that's a conversation for another day as we make it into the first couple of minutes of our game number 2 here. Going out to the mid lane, it's going to be Storm Spirit versus Meepo, and it'll be interesting to see how these guys end up doing. Early poor man's shield start for the Meepo is going to make it very easy for him to survive here. He's going to get a very nice block, allowing the range creep to go in first. Not getting the deny there, but that lane is going to be pushing back in his favor pretty soon. Apparently there's a little bit of lag. I don't even know if I can see ping anyway. No one hears me. It's always a terrible feeling, you know, when you're talking and nobody hears you. It's kind of like a horror movie, actually. Alright, so I don't even know what this conversation is about, but eventually we will be making our way back into this match. Hopefully it doesn't take too much longer, but here we go. And back into our match. Humble Korean trying to get that early advantage that he did earlier against Merjubi when he was playing against the Timbersaw. Let's see how he goes here. Storm Spirit very intent on denying the creep wave here, and he also wants to push that pretty hard on the side of Humble Korean. So Merjubi only with one last hit out of 4 there. And Humble Korean already seems to be doing a little bit better on that. You can tell that he's pretty accomplished at playing the Meepo, and he's got a pretty nice sword there. I want to get my paws on that one. Gray Sky seemingly pretty comfortable against Panino for now, and he's already putting in some huge damage with that anchor. So he does have the anchor smash if Panino decides to start trying to hit him, but he'll use it to just farm up the wave a little bit right now and also zone her away a little bit. Tidehunter getting a lot of blast hits here. Meanwhile, Humble Korean, he's going to start to put some aggression out in the Merjubi as well. Jakiro, he's at the dual breath right now, so he's trying to get up to level 2 so he can start putting out the liquid fires as well. Humble Korean just goes back and forth, makes sure that he stays away from the AoE damage of the Storm Spirit. The remnants are not something to be trifled with at all, and that Storm Spirit is going to get a little bit annoying eventually. So Gray Sky is going very deep against the dual lane combo in here, and he's going to have to be very careful. Lifted up, could go into a Burrow Strike, and it will be there. Tidehunter needs to get that anchor smash off, and eventually that caustic finale is going to go. Now Gray Sky keeps trying to get himself away from here. He's going to be fine. Maybe tries to turn it around even with another anchor smash. As Gizmo keeps on coming in here. Going to get another Burrow Strike off. Chromatic, he's got another lift up in 5 seconds, and Gray Sky gets the healing salve canceled off of him for now, and he should probably, the way he played it in the last match, he just went right for the shrine. He's probably going to get that off right now. Furtive, or he's going right on to Sheik, and Sheik is going to keep himself alive for now. Another crush up in 1 second to try to turn it around there. He's going to, nope, can't even get the crush off, and even worse, Furtive is going to keep the healing salve going as well. So that is really not the best situation at all for the Slardar. Maybe at least you could have gotten the healing salve canceled there, but it was not to be. And here comes Humble Korean with the damage out onto the Storm Spirit. He can't get away. There's a second net. Can he get enough? Yes, he will. He's going to get that last hit in there, and Humble Korean takes down that Storm Spirit for a nice intro kill in the mid lane. Alright, Gray Sky, he is going to keep himself moving at bottom. He is not having too many issues at all here. That double stun and the slow from Phantom Assassin is not really worrying him at all. He's getting the Anchor Smash levels up for now, and he is looking cool as a cucumber, taking these last hits in the bottom lane. I don't even know why cucumbers are supposed to be that cool. Honestly, like maybe you put them in the fridge or something, but that doesn't really seem like a characteristic of the cucumber. It seems like something that you just do to it to make it cool. Like I wouldn't say cool as a cucumber just because like cucumbers are cool things or anything. It's just alliterative, I guess. Alright, here comes another route out on the Storm Spirit. The nets are going to be there, and the damage from Storm Spirit is probably not going to be enough. Remnants keep on going out, and Humble Korean doesn't really want to end up playing with that one because eventually Merjubi is going to be able to put enough damage out in order to kill off the Meepo, but let's take a little bit of harass from it. But he's going to be okay for now. Gray Sky is completely okay. Using that Anchor Smash onto the hard camp here and gives him might try to steal. In fact, he's going to get one last hit, two last hits. Might make it free, but Gray Sky is going to get the last one there. And now Pinino comes in knowing that the Anchor Smash is down. The damage could be pretty high here, but Gray Sky is still very tanky. No more mana for a Burrow Strike at all. And yeah, Anchor Smash is there. Gray Sky won't die here. They do literally nothing to him. So he's just the Watermelon Man, based Watermelon Man, staying alive at bottom. And there is, like I said, not a whole lot that the Radiant can do about that one. Humble Korean hanging out at mid. He's going to keep himself going here. He's sent one Meepo back in the base to regen up. Merjubi, he is just forced to sit in the lane, hope that he gets a bottle charge as Meepo takes himself back to the base and gets the heal up on both of them. There is the dual breath out on the monochromatic, looking for a crush from the sweater. Can he try to stop this one? Crush doesn't hit on anything as HMY decides to tank the tower a little bit, but the Rubik is going to be fine for now. One more hit from Furtive would have done it, but he really couldn't get in range from it, and definitely doesn't want to put himself at risk for just a Rubik kill. She gets back into the lane, and that Rubik has to be so careful. Going in on the Tidehunter could get him down, and that last Anchor Smash does not come through, and eventually that tanky Watermelon gets smashed by the Central High boys. Monochromatic with a nice Ice Path hit from the Jakiro. Liquid Fire, there it is, the kill out on the Rubik, but now the Swatter also in a lot of damage, in a lot of trouble as well. Crush happened, doesn't do anything. Furtive just plays into the tower for a couple of moments here. Staying alive, HMY has to be so careful of that damage. He's going to heal himself up. It's very easily, and the damage on the tower continues. Liquid Fire up to level 2. Meanwhile, Humble Korean, he's taken down Merjubi once again, and that was a Storm Spirit with his ultimate up, so that's just a Meepo doing his job. Up to level 8. Oh my gosh. Level 8 on a Meepo, and we've got a Storm Spirit just at level 6. Already a 2-level advantage for our little Geomancer. It's really not a good start at all from him, and we've got Humble Korean continuing to do his work here and absolutely dominate the mid lane. Furtive could find himself in a spot of trouble. Gizmos, yeah. We got some crushes as well. Monochromatic, he's got a lift available, but who wants to go in? Ursa smells the rat, and also playing around the backside is Maverick. He's got a ward here. I don't know if anybody sees small, but with the rotation in from Meepo down to the bottom lane, they're going to take care of the Phantom Assassin. So these supports hanging out at the top lane, they are not really finding too much utility out of it at all. In fact, Monochromatic, he goes over to the side shop. Crush comes through. Ursa is going to get lifted up as that Fable is going to be there. Furtive tries to fight. Burrow Strike is going to be there as well. Can he stay alive? He's going to be able to get that Shallow Grave as Humble Korean finds another kill on the Merjubi. It's just absolute chaos here and not good at all for Central. Furtive's going to tank the creep wave. Fable is not going to kill him. That catapult takes him within inches of his life here. He'll pop the magic wand to stay alive, and he will. Rubik can only do so much against that one. And the action continues here for Harrisburg, up 9 kills to 1. And if we take a look at the net worth real quick, of course it's Meepo at the top with Ursa very close behind, already the boots of travel for Meepo. So he just wants to get some all aggression here, using those levels to give himself the advantage here. Ravage has already been committed by Gray Sky. That was used to kill the Phantom Assassin a little bit earlier. But Gray Sky, he is still hanging out at bottom, picking up the arcane boots there. Should be a next item mechanism pretty soon for him. And it's only a matter of moments until that tower is going to fall the way of Harrisburg. What does Jakiro allows you to do is it allows you to keep the pressure up. And look at Gray Sky. He really doesn't care that he's 2v1 right now. He just keeps smacking that anchor around, and now Storm Spirit is in a huge amount of damage. Once again, the roots come through. Can Mercury even get away? That lift comes there, and Humble Korean, he has 3 Meepos now. That is not something that Monochromatic really wants to try to play against. He might send in one of those Meepos to try to do some damage there, but no, the Meepo is going to play it safe. At bottom, however, Greatest Guy, he is going mano a mano with the Phantom Assassin. Needs another crit to be able to get the kill here. Is she going to be able to do it? She's going to get knocked away here, and Greatest Guy, I even thought I saw the startings of the backstroke, and yep, Panino goes and gets the kill. As soon as that Anchor Smash is gone, it's not really a whole lot that the Tidehunter can do there, and being low in mana, you know, he just didn't really have a whole lot to work with. Arcane Rune, Monochromatic thought about it. These guys are just waiting inside the jungle, and they haven't been scoured out at all. I would think that Central realize that they are there, though. But Monochromatic runs right into the Jakiro. Liquid Fire is going to be there. Ice Path on the money. They are going to use that to get in position a little bit better. That ward paying off. One more hit. Oh, Monochromatic. He stays alive on 4 health. He need a little bit more. Eventually, HMY is going to get it. Now we've got the Liquid Fire going out on the Sheik, and Furtive wants a little bit more as well. He's going to chase him down. No Blink Dagger just yet. Ursa surprisingly going for a headdress. The Vlad's, I would assume, is very close behind his Humble Korean. Oh, he gets the Storm Spirit there, but he had second thoughts about trying to get those poofs, and here they go. Big damage! There it is, killing that Storm Spirit once again. And the kills keep on keeping on for Harrisburg. Ah, poor Dazzle. Smacked by a PA in the face. But Tidehunter is still going ham, uses that Ravage and uses exactly where Gizmo is. Anchor Smash gets the kill once again. Tidehunter level 9, and there is no one who even wants to try and contest him in this bottom lane. He's just using Ravages for the fun of it right now. The PA could do some damage here, but she's playing up against a creep wave. Grey Sky just has to avoid getting hit with a crit, and Panino could keep on going. Anchor Smash, yep, it's on time there, as Panino wants to keep trying to chase him down. Grey Sky trying to juke it out. Anchor Smash, Anchor Smash, Anchor Smash. He's got some armor. Can he get it? No! There is the crit from PA. Very timely one from her. She really needed that to get the kill. And the TP is going to be just a little bit too late from Harrisburg. But every single one of these things, I mean, at least it was a Tidehunter kill. PA taking care of that streak. But these guys have to be so careful right now because the damage is so high from Harrisburg. And Furtive with the Vlads, he's going right into the Roshan pit. Furtive, he is hanging out there. He needs to get that damage going. He wants to use that ultimate. Maybe he doesn't know how the ultimate works. He just wants to use it for the end of the Roshan. He's doing pretty fine right now, up to level 6. And it is a pretty easy first Roche for him. Just 11 minutes into the game. And he's going to be able to pick up the Aegis with that one. Not using the ultimate there at all, I believe, which was a little bit strange. He definitely took a lot of health there that perhaps he didn't need to take as damage, but the rest of his team, they're completely fine. He goes into the jungle, and he keeps farming that up as well. Choosing not to push with his team as Jakiro starts to work onto the mid-tier 1. This is a little bit strange that the Ursa doesn't want to get involved here. I would suppose that he just needs to get gold up for the Blink Dagger, but these towers would fall a little bit more quickly if he were actually helping out his team here. Still, he's doing completely fine as Tidehunter also has a mechanism. You should definitely see these pushes start to come in earnest from Harrisburg, trying to take care of or take advantage of the Jakiro. Very important for them. A couple of hits only for a tango to be used on that ward. So much work, all to waste. Meepa wants a little bit more. He sees Panino at bottom. He's going to push this in. Meanwhile, Jakiro gets the Ice Path, looking for more on the Gizmo. He's going to have to use the Burrow Strike to get away. Uses the Sandstorm to disjoint a little bit, gets hit with the Dust. He could get the Burrow Strike to the low ground. In fact, he will, but the damage is still pretty high, and the Macropyre is going to burn him alive! Roasted Sand King! Jakiro, he is so proud of himself right there, using the Macropyre very long range, and he's still got a whole lot of mana after that one. These guys can keep on keeping on for this mid-tier 2 tower if they really want to. Liquid Fire, level 4 right now. They can put it on so much onto that tower, and Sparta can do everything he can to try to keep these guys away from the tower. In fact, it might be enough right now. Zakir does have the creeps to go in for another liquid fire, but he decides not to. He's taking down the tower to about half health, and I guess there are better things for Harrisburg to be doing right now. If taking a look at our XP and gold graph, it is definitely not looking great at all. If you are Central High School, 10,000, 15,000 in favor of Harrisburg. And Merjubi, he's up on the high ground. He could go in for a couple of these guys. Gray Sky has a gush. Who does he want to go on to? Merjubi could get away. Nice blink strike out from Panino to get himself out of trouble. But they are going right for the tier 2 tower. Tidehunter tanking up. They have to be careful of those Ravages. They just know they can come through. Merjubi initiates the fight. There's a Ravage. Nice dodge. Oh, it doesn't end up dodging, though, from the Storm Spirit. He gets hit on the outer limits of that Ravage after the ball inning's over. Now we're going to have the Macropyre stolen by Rubik. The tower should be pretty much dead as Ursa decides to stand in the Macropyre a little bit more. And the daggers keep on coming through. Furtive almost dead, but he still has the Aegis on himself, and he's going to heal up quite a bit after the urn. Burrow Strike onto him. Can they do anything else after this one, though? Ursa slams the ground, but he's not got anybody to be angry at. Bottom lane still getting pushed in by a Meepo. Can they take that Aegis off of him, though? That's really the main goal here if you are Central. But then you still have that question, what happens after? Ultimate, or rather Humble Korean, is still pushing in the bottom lane, and he's trying to get away from now. Meanwhile, Gray Sky, he's going to be taking a huge amount of damage here. Beautiful Ice Path from the Jakiro out on the 4, catching them all in it. Furtive going forward here, using the enrage, needs to get that damage out, but the crush is going to come through, meaning that he doesn't get the utility out of that at all, just avoiding most of the damage. Gray Sky getting very low. Dual Breath comes in from the side. Gizmo nearly killed. Is it going to be enough damage? Yes, it is, with HMI getting in that last hit. Merjubi has enough for a ball, and trying to go for the lower ground. In fact, he is going to be making it. Gray Sky full mana right now, and they found the Rubik in the mid lane. Are they actually going to break the base right now? We're only 14.5 minutes in, but these guys are just going ham all over the place. They took care of the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. There's only one tier 2 remaining at 14.5 minutes in. How are Harrisburg pushing this one in so fast? I would love to see them take advantage of this right now. With the Aegis still on Ursa, it's going to get reclaimed in about a minute. I would love to see them just put pressure on this tower right now, but Meepo does not seem too interested at all. He's got better things to do with his life. He's just going to keep going elsewhere on the map. Gray Sky throws out the gush on the Merjubi again with a little bit of harass. Now that Dazzle Ultimate is going to decrease their armor a little bit. Stolen by Rubik there, so always have to be, well, no, the Dazzle Ultimate wasn't stolen by Rubik. That's just a regular Dazzle ult. Sheik looking for something, but he's just moving so slow motion right now. Here comes Ursa with a blink up to the high ground. Burst Strike is going to come through after he uses the enrage. He's going to be placed right down into the Macropyre, but that's his own team's Macropyre. Ice Path comes from the side from Rubik, and Furtive is going to be taken down underneath the tower. Still has the Aegis. That's going to be it popped right there. Timely by him. Can they take down the Rax? He's a little bit underneath the tower. Burst Strike could come through, and Ursa gets the blink out, keeping himself safe. And another Ice Path from Monochromatic. Here comes that Storm Spirit right in the middle of an Ice Path from the other team as well. Gizmo looking for a Burrow Strike, but these guys are just trying so hard as Meepo takes the final tier 2 tower off the map. They're just going for that when Ursa blinks in immediately with a crush into a Burrow Strike. There's a Wombo combo pulled in. There's a Ravage. So here comes the Meepo. The damage is there from Harrisburg, and they keep on going in here. Sheik is the only one alive right now. The net's not going to be on the mark, but the Ursa is full 5-man team wipe for Harrisburg, and they want to take a little bit more as well. Furtive keeping himself alive, even though he had the Sword Art ultimate on himself, and they take down both of the racks. They could just absolutely wreak havoc on the base right now, taking down one full set, looking for another. Sand King respawns, but he's got nothing here. Central High on completely on the back foot, and the second set of racks is about to fall. Now the question is, do Harrisburg continue to push their advantage, and how hard do Central want to fight here? The TP is going to go back from the Meepo. He's got some stuff to do here. And there's the pull back on the Gray Sky, but he's going to get the Kraken Shell, getting himself out of there. But there is some big damage. Macropyre onto a couple of heroes. Here comes Furtive. Wants to put out some damage. Swatter can't get away. Who else can Furtive get? They just want to disengage for now. Panino's is going to slow him down with the Shadow Dagger. Or rather the Stifling Dagger. Man, you can tell that I need to play a little bit more Dota. But that was just another beautiful fight from Harrisburg, taking advantage of all that they need to. And Meepo starts to work going in on the bottom lane. Shrines also start to take some damage as Harrisburg are hanging out there. Come on, guys, just start hitting the Shrine. You don't even need to, but it is something for you to do right now if you are not hitting that base. So Meepo keeps pushing in through the bottom lane, and oh no, Panino, you can't stand there, dude. Maybe they thought that was an illusion. Maybe they had mercy. Jakiro in some trouble at the top lane. I so wanted to say left. He's going to die. Oh, no. Nice shallow grave. Can Furtive come through here? Beautiful ice path out on the 3. I don't think the Maverick can stay alive. They're going to turn around. And that Siphoning Dagger is going to take him out. But here comes the Meepo. Pinino, he has to back away for now. Gray Sky is going to chase him, though. Anchor Smash not on the mark. Sheikman's coming from the backside. Does hit the crush, but the nets are coming through. Can Humble Korean hit any of them? Here he comes. Oh, nice Blink Strike out on Pinino. Can he get the nets? Can't find the range that he needs to. Looking for another one. Pinino is not going to get hit for now. Finally, that net comes through, and the PA cannot stay alive any longer. The nets are just relentless as Flutter cannot stay alive. Try and pop, doesn't matter. Furtive kills him anyway. And that last top Rax is going to be it. That's the GG. 18 minutes. New world record for Harrisburg as they set it in this series. First one was about 23 minutes, 26. I don't know. I get my threes messed up. But this time, it is 18 minutes as Harrisburg finds another very convincing win over the Central High School boys. And it was just absolute dominance from them. Humble Korean again with